Hello, welcome to the Anchor of Football podcast, where passion meets real talk. I'm your host, Anchor, or if you want to call me with my real name, I'm Courage. Hopefully, I found you well. Today, we're going to talk about African football in general. Some breaking news, the good news being done by CAF. Just give me a bit of a time. And please, if you like what I'm saying, if you want more information about African football or about football in general, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to press that notification bell. Just give me a bit of your time. We start with the Confederation of African Football, CAF, the organization which is led by Dr. Patrice Motsepe. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. If all leaders can be like this guy, we will be far in life. It's a perfect example of a good leader, a person who's intelligent, a person who's intent in what he's doing. Motsepe, when he came into power, he said he wanted to raise at least 1 billion US through sponsorships and competitions and things like that. We've seen the coffers of African football, they're growing each and every time. We've seen sponsors, they're lining up to be part of the African football game. So we say kudos to the president. Recently, they announced a partnership with African Global Logistics. They've been partnering with CAF in the men's game, but they've said they are now carrying on the partnership to the women's game. So the WAFCON, the next WAFCON, they'll be in charge of all the logistics. They've been in charge of the logistics in the Ivory Coast AFCON, which was one of the successful AFCONs which we have seen. And you're going to see another banger. The one from Morocco is going to be the best tournament which you haven't seen. It will beat the World Cup. That one, I can assure you. We've seen Motsepe talking that you need every team in Africa to be able to play their home matches in their respective countries. We've seen less than half of the nations who are participating in this, of the 54 member states, they play their home matches in their respective countries because the stadiums, they don't meet the certain criteria. So Motsepe has made it his policy that he's going to visit each and every head or president of a country to tell them the importance of having a functional stadium. We've seen just now, Zimbabwe has already announced that they're going to play their match against South Africa, which is going to be played in September. The World Cup qualifier, they're going to play it in Rwanda. So our home match as Zimbabwe is going to be played in Rwanda because our stadiums, they don't meet the criteria. We've seen them putting the bucket seats. We've seen them doing renovations at the National Stadium. So I can see maybe it won't be done on time, but at least they're trying something. Motsepe recently launched what he calls Schools African Football. It's a tournament which is participated by best schools for each country. You do mini tournaments in your own country. The team which qualifies, you go again into mini tournaments until you go to the main main tournament. This year's tournament is being done in Ghana. As we speak, as I was recording, the tournament is being played. The teams, if we talk of the men's team, we've got Ghana, Uganda, South Africa, Algeria. We've got Tanzania, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, and DRC. And for the girls, we've got Ghana, Morocco, Benin, Malawi. We've got South Africa, Uganda, DRC, and Gambia. The prize money of this schools tournament, which is at under 15 level. The winner is going to pocket 300,000 USD. Number 2 is going to pocket 200,000 USD. Number 3 is going to pocket 150 USD, 150,000 USD. Imagine what you to do to the development of sport for a school or in that region in general. We're going to see the CAF Champions League second legs are going to be played on Friday. I don't know when you're going to see this video. It might be today. Friday, as of recording, is tomorrow, according to me. There is a VAR in the Champions League, which has helped us in the first matches, which were all drawn matches. So we see the South African Giants, both of them, Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, they're going to be going to Egypt to playing Pyramids and El Ali, respectively. We're going to see very good matches. Going to see the standards of African football. Also, CAF have announced that the teams which are going to the World Club Cup, that is Sundowns, El Ali, and the likes, which they are going to be representing Africa, the 4 teams which are going, CAF is going to try to give them at least 2 million each to help them to acquire the right players, to do the right facilities, for all the logistics to be able to pay who's supposed to be paid. As you know, the motto of Motsepe, of which I think a lot of people need to follow that motto. If you pay people well and hire the right people in the right positions, if you pay people well, eventually they will succeed. By them succeeding, it means your business or your organization will succeed. If that business succeeds, it means you as an individual will succeed. So Motsepe have been saying we need to pay everyone, from the officials, from the presenters, anyone who's involved in football need to be well paid to improve our game, to attract sponsors, and also to reduce corruption. Then we go to a bit of controversy. We've seen in the CAR, it's something which happened. It's not like it's a breaking news. In the CAR, Central African Republic, we've seen the Minister of Sport, Henrietta Doneng, have put a suggestion that we need to suspend their national team, of which the president of the country have opposed it. He said you cannot suspend the national team. The national team is a symbol of unity. It's a symbol of love. That's the symbol of the nation. So if you suspend the national team, you are going against the customs of each and every country. There's a lot of controversy which is following the Central African Republic. One of it was when the sports minister on his own appointed the Cameroon legend Rigobert Song to be the coach without consulting the sports association. It became a controversy. What made you take this guy without consulting other people? We've seen the Central Republic, they are not playing well. There's a lot of controversy with their matches. That's why the sports minister has come to the conclusion that we need to suspend this team. But guess the president has the final say. I don't have a problem if presidents can have a say, but we have seen that FIFA saying politicians, they must not interfere. So if they must not interfere using their mouth, how do you expect them to interfere in football using their money? That's why you see a lot of teams now, they don't have stadiums, because I can't put my money where I'm not allowed to talk. I'm not allowed to see what's happening. I'm not allowed to be given reports, accountability reports. But you expect the head of states, the governments, to provide for the national team. FIFA need to look into that. What do they mean if they say government interference? Then, lastly, we had a wonderful tournament for the under 17s. Wonderful tournament. We've seen new boys, African stars coming. It was held in Morocco, and the winners, it was the hosts themselves from Morocco. They won on penalties 4-2 against Mali. And number 3, the third best team, it was Cote d'Ivoire. The reason why you see Morocco and Mali doing well in junior teams, taking example of Morocco, the government and those royal families and stuff, they are building and they are supporting soccer in Morocco. They are supporting development. People who have gone to Morocco, they are telling me that there's state-of-the-art facilities to help grow the game. So it's not a coincidence that Morocco, they did well in the World Cup, and the junior teams are doing well. And you're going to see again in this year's AFCON, Morocco is going to do well. Mali have been producing gems Mali is doing something good when it comes to development. We've seen the rise of Mali International in these junior teams for European teams. Even Manchester United, they bought Kune just now. So if you are a leader in an African country, please take a note what's happening in in Morocco. Take a note what's happening in Mali. Even Ivory Coast, I know for a fact the president is very supportive of football. So please, guys, let's help the African game to improve. This is your uncle. If you liked what I'm saying, can you please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't get to miss out. I thank you.